So 4th of July is coming, and want to kind of get the lawn a bit greener. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So hold on just a minute. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is I like to mow the yard and get some nice clean looking stripes down so I can use them as a reference as I'm making some applications. I like to do the double wide just because my sprayer works really well with that, but you can do what works for you. And as you can see, turned out pretty good even though there's quite a bit of cloud cover. But my first step is I'm going to do a full application of CarbonX, which is 3 pounds per 1,000. CarbonX has about 2% iron in it, and that helps give a little bit of a green up and a little bit of kickstart in the growth. Somebody's gonna say it. You're watching way too much of Jason the Yard Guy. You're putting way too much CarbonX down for June. Well, that's where I can get away with this. Here in the Pacific Northwest, it very rarely gets above 85 degrees. Now, we've had a couple days above 85 and I think 1 or 2 days above 90, but the next 2 weeks forecast, it's only supposed to get in the mid to upper 70s for at least 2 weeks, so I'm not too worried about it. But anyway, I'm gonna water this in real quick. Let that dry and then come back and we'll get to the next step. Okay, so I watered this CarbonX in about 1/4 inch of water and let it dry. It's a little windy, but I'm going to try and do this anyways. Just going to have to keep the spray nozzle down a bit. But the next step I'm going to do is I use Jake the Lawn Kid's double dark method. I'm in no way taking credit for this. This is Jake's concoction he came up with a couple years ago, and I'll link to his video so you can see it. But all it really entails is 9 ounces per 1,000 square feet of the MicroGreene and 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet of the GreeneEffect. And I've got about 3,500 square feet out here, so I'm going to mix up enough for that and get it sprayed out. So between the iron in these two and the iron in the CarbonX, the green up should be really, really impressive. And we'll see how that goes over the next couple of days. But let's get to this. Alright, so I'm going to give that a couple days. Make sure you crisscross your patterns like I did there. First one I used the stripes, went back this is hard to do. Went with the stripes the first time and then went back and crisscrossed this way. Kinda, yeah, it's, you know what I mean. Crisscross your patterns. And that'll help keep from any striping when it darkens up. But I'm going to give this a couple days and see how it looks. So, maybe a day or two, we'll give a quick update. So this is about 3 days later. I'm sure the CarbonX really hasn't even started to kick in. But as you can see, there's definitely a difference. It'll get better. I just needed to get this shot so I can get this out on time. But this is literally just 3 days. Pretty big difference. And it's kind of overcast and a little windy, and I apologize if that messes with the sound. But it definitely had a rather significant impact for green up in just 3 days. Now with CarbonX, it'll probably get a little better, and you know what, I'll even post some updates on my Instagram here come 4th of July on Saturday, so you can see it. Anyways, thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video.